Let me read their, I don't know what you'd call it, their
Credo? Screed?
Manifesto.
Yeah, it's the one I was looking for.
We will not be treated like criminals. We are opposed to, I'm not going to read the whole thing because it's long. We're opposed to full body. We're opposed to the full body backscatter X-ray airport scanners on grounds of health and privacy. We do not consent to strip searches, virtual or otherwise. We do not wish to be guinea pigs for a new and possibly dangerous technology. We are not criminals. We are your customers. We will not beg the government anymore. We will simply stop flying until the porno scanners are history. These are the people that are asking you to say no to the porno scanners, forcing them to do pat-down, hopefully backing up things so much that the airlines cave and change their policies.
George Donnelly from WeWon'tFly.com joins us. Hello, George.
Hey, Jack. Hey, Joe. Thanks for having me on.
Sure. Now, are you in favor of the big opt-out, clog-up-the-lines action tomorrow?
Absolutely. 100%.
Why? What do you hope to accomplish?
Because this is security theater. We need real security instead. And this is the only way we're going to get it because the government has stopped listening to us.
What do you think the government should be doing for their security?
They should get out of the business of airline security. We should decentralize it. Let the airlines, the airports, and the customers, the passengers, work together to find the right solutions and let people vote with their dollars.
I wonder if there's any way to avoid incredible lawsuits if, an airline doing their best ever let a terrorist get through.
Well, that's lawsuits are a form of accountability. And right now the government is not accountable for what they're doing.
True.
So we need somebody to be accountable.
George, do you have any plans to travel tomorrow?
No, I'm sticking to the boycott. I'm not going to fly.
Do I understand that you're out of the country right now?
That's right. I'm in Colombia. I split my time between here and Philadelphia.
Huh. So that's just interesting since you're one of the main thrusts behind this big move tomorrow that you're not in the United States to participate and observe.
What's up in Colombia? What are you doing?
Well, my wife is from here, and it's really nice here. So, we just like to spend a few months out of the year here.
It's funny. I'd rather talk to him about Colombia, frankly. Now, George, I'm picturing all of the moms and dads with their little kids and the oldsters standing in line and folks who might miss a connection and all. My concern is that they'll blame you and the people staging this civil disobedience instead of the government. They'll think, hey, look, it's the day before Thanksgiving, you a-holes. I got to get where I'm going.
With all the people opting out, the line for the scanners is going to be shorter. So those people who are comfortable with the risk can probably get through faster. And if too many people opt out, the TSA has already shown that they will send those people through the metal detectors. So you know what? I think we might even make things go faster tomorrow.
What's your main objection to what you call porno scanner? I guess the objection's right there in the name, huh?
There are so many, but the bottom line is we're giving up all this privacy, all this dignity, and we're not getting any additional security in return.
Is it the privacy or the dignity? We don't have a constitutional right to dignity, really.
Well, I think that goes beyond the Constitution. That's a basic human thing that goes beyond political affiliations, religion. Without our dignity, nothing else is possible.
Well, the reason I was going that direction is I don't know if you've seen the scanner. I think they've got in Amsterdam. It's a scanner. It's also a body scanner, but it just shows you as like a cartoon character. Then with all the spots on the body where you might have, metal shows up or anything that they need to check out. Would you be okay with that? Because it's just a slightly different sort of like metal detector, really, which have been around for years.
That's the millimeter wave. It doesn't detect the kind of bomb used by the underwear bomber.
Oh, okay.
And what's more, that's just a technology screen. That cartoon figure, it's possible to get around that and get to the real.
So it's not effective.
George Donnelly's on the line. WeWon'tFly.com is the website. So, George, let's get back to the point you made that we're trading these intrusive measures for more security, but we're not getting more security. So you think the backscatter machine, the pat-down, et cetera, that wouldn't find an underwear bomb or whatever heinous weapon?
Not even the TSA claims that their scanners will catch the underwear bomber. What's more, an Israeli airport security expert has said that he can get enough explosives through these scanners to take down a 747. And the risk of dying from the radiation of the scanners is equal to the risk of dying in a terrorist attack.
Do you have information that is counter to what came out yesterday, which is that one trip through the porno scanner is the equivalent of 2 minutes on a flight in terms of the radiation you're taking?
The University of California scientists rebutted that months ago. They have said that the radiation impacts the skin and the tissue under the skin, while the TSA averages the radiation over the whole body mass. And that's a mistake.
Oh, we'll have to look into that. I can't refute any information on that, but that's something I'm worried about, especially with a baby. In their little developing brains.
Yeah, actually, I'm looking at a piece from U.S. News and World Report that has several different opinions and studies cited in it. It'd take too long to tell you about it now. Maybe we can look at that a little bit later on. But yeah, that seems to be somewhat in doubt, the whole how much radiation do you get. So, George, but your specific method is you just don't want people to fly at all.
That's right, because our only means of affecting change now that the government is not really listening, is to hit the airlines in the pocketbook, get them on our side, and get them lobbying the government to restore dignity and real security to this process.
Well, there's no doubt that it would work if enough people join you because, there's been a tremendous amount of backing down by the TSA just in the last week just because of the threat of this sort of thing.
That's exactly right. We've even divided the government. Hillary Clinton is against this.
Well, so it would seem, yeah. She gave her real reaction, and I'm sure it vexed certain folks. George, you seem to really value dignity. That's important to you. Have you ever seen a television show called The Jersey Shore?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Well, it would seem to indicate the death of dignity in America, but let's keep rooting for it. George Donnelly, the website is wewon'tfly.com. Thanks very much, George.
Thank you.
And have fun there in beautiful Columbia, which I guess is a hell of a lot safer than it was when I was growing up.
So Marshall had a poll that said 2/3 of people are okay with the porno scanners. There was a poll day before that said 80%. But so let's assume it's a good majority of people are okay with the porno scanners. But the people that aren't okay with it, it seems to be spread among some different reasons. There are some people that are concerned about the nudity aspect of it, right?
Yeah.
For dignity reasons or religious reasons.
Sure.
I'm not worried about that one at all. Then there are some people that are concerned about the radiation element. I do have some worry about that one. I would like to, know for certain before I go through it a whole bunch of times in my life or send my kid through.
Sure.
But there's some people don't care about that. And then some people are concerned about the whole government search and seizure against our constitutional rights angle of it, which other people don't seem to care about that much. They just don't want to be seen naked. But all those different reasons come together and give you a chunk of people.
Right. It's a coalition of the unwilling, if you will. By the way, I'm looking...
Coalition of the unwilling.
I'm taking a look at various scientists. I remember Jag had made a hell of an impression on you and those brain cancer guys told Larry King they won't put a cell phone to their ear.
Right.
Well, there are several scientists from... Fred Hutchinson Cancer Research Center in Seattle, UC, San Francisco, and others who say it has not been proven that this is safe. I won't go through
Now,
it.
that is interesting. Wow. That is really interesting. Anybody? 1-866-331-TALK, 1-866-331-TALK. You're listening to the Armstrong and Getty Show.